Hey everybody, Mark Allen. Welcome to Shed Talks. Check it out. Back from Kona. What a race. Jan Frodeno, Anna Haug. Congratulations. Everybody else who raced, everybody else who finished, because it was a hard year. There was a lot of wind on the bike. But I don't want to talk about the race exactly today. What I want to do is to share with you some of the stuff that I picked up while I was there. Look at this, check this out. Official Vega Ironman World Championship towel. The thing is, there's no date on it. I hope they don't use them again. Anyway, love those. Check this out, right? Shirt, Ironman Hall of Fame parade shirt that all of us who were Hall of Famers walking in the parade on Tuesday night got to wear. Huh? Pretty cool, huh? You know, they inducted 4 people into the Hall of Fame this year. Another 50 years, that's going to be like another 200 people. I mean, the Hall of Famers walking in the parade opening night, Tuesday night, of all the stuff that goes on in Kona, we're going to be like the 3rd biggest nation out there. I think they're expecting a few of us to kind of like, you know, kick the bucket. Anyway, a couple extra lays that I got that will last for the duration. The ones made out of beautiful flowers and the plants. Those I left on the island offerings. The VIP pass. Hey, where are you going to go without a VIP pass? Since 2001, you got to have a VIP pass to get anywhere. But check this out. I got the biggest collection of new hats I've ever had. 6 of them. 6 of them, to be exact. First, I got the Kiwami hat. What do you think, huh? Little nice flower up there. Kiwami, making all the Mark Allen coaching kit that all the people that race for me have. It's awesome. What about this one? Ventum. I ride their bikes on Zwift every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock Pacific time. Check that out. But that's not the first. That's just the first one. There's the other one. Hey. Got to have 2 hats. Ventum hats. Awesome. What about this? The last 3, they're all Ironman, okay? So Ironman went overboard. They gave me this one. This is like just the Ironman hat that I can wear everywhere because, you know, it's got the thing, right? M. Dot. This one has 2019, right? This one is going to be epic. It goes in the museum, the Mark Allen Shed Talks Coaching Museum, because it's got the year on it. And this one, hey, this one I haven't even worn yet. It's the Vega Ironman World Championship hat. It's still got the little dingly-dangly thing on it. I haven't even pulled that off yet. It's got the cardboard on the inside because I'm saving this one for, you know, like a super good dance, okay? So anyway, what is the purpose of this Shed Talk? Well, you know, there's a lot of social media that goes on during race week. A lot of people posting stuff. Most of it's pretty serious, right? So what I wanted to do is just give you a couple of things that I saw that weren't exactly what you would probably expect from race week. Check this out.
Going into this race, obviously your main goal is to win it. Do you think if you accomplish that goal, would you be satisfied with that, or would you go on to another sport and try doing something else, or would you continue to come back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the NFL. You know, I'd love to be a kicker in the NFL. So if I could win Kona, well, I mean, I'd love to be a pro surfer, but I can't surf very well. So that's, you know, out of the question. But yeah, NFL football kicker, that's probably something I'd look at seriously if I was able to win next Saturday.
Do you have any advice for some of the top level pros on race day?
I wouldn't listen to anything I've got to say. Yeah, that would be my best advice. Definitely road bikes. I don't know why people all of a sudden ride road bikes. I mean, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I mean, we're on time. We ride on a tri bike. I mean, gosh, you should just ride that all the time. All the time. Sleep with the thing if you can.
Okay, I'm gonna run through a list of names, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to your head when you hear these names.
Okay.
We'll start with Sebastian Kienle.
Massive nose.
Jan Frodeno.
Giant sausage.
Lionel Sanders.
A really ugly limp.
Daniela Reed.
Oh, just amazing. I don't have words for that.
Lucy Charles.
Oh, everyone loves Lucy.
Breakfast with Bob.
Oh, Bob. Yeah, everyone loves a bit of Bob's breakfast.
Patrick Lang.
Little sniveler. Yeah, real little sniveler. Yeah, don't really like him much. Yeah.
Andrew Starkowitz.
Oh, yeah. The greatest cyclist the sport has ever seen. Ever. Just ever.
Cameron Worf, like he said, hey, don't even listen to advice that I give because I wouldn't even listen to my own advice. Cam, he was 5th, top 5. That's pretty friggin' impressive, right? I think he rode like 4:14. All he has to do is just take another 5 minutes off his bike, another 5 minutes off his run, and he'll be still 5th place.
PJM 1207 writes, why on earth didn't you film yourself reading this f***ing poetry? What the thing we're doing now, mate? Swim. Good start, but bunched up behind. I speculate who's there. Probably not worth. Going as planned. Stroke, 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 breathe. Rough calculations pin 900 times more repetition. 900 forms of distraction required. Finally, body glove boat. Can smell a bacon cook up. Fern distraction found. Kona pier arrives. No attempted manoeuvres made for lead out glory. No one gets hurt. Win-win. First onto bike. Jig around town done. Onto Queen K. I tongue my moustache. Frodo requests assistance. Lol, cancel that boy. Clavel takes lead. Clavel super tucks. Clavel super tuck pedals. Clavel super what the f***. You're going to die, mate. Quai high, quai bye. Up to Harvey we go. Off the back of the group. Pace hotter than Bob Babbitt's chair during a 6-hour breakfast stint. Alley flats, some unexpected company. Alley passes with sonic boom effect. Alley gone, never liked his company anyway. Toodaloo. Catching a fast fading Clavel. Finally someone with more inflated confidence than me. Worth pain train catching. Pain train becomes the slain train. Spat out. I tongue my moustache. Overhang is definitely on the move. Christ, I man is long. Run, off to a good start. Still some life left. On 250 marathon pace. Polani minces the legs to salami. Pace slowing on Queen K. Stomach is in knots. Need to Do I stop? Yeah, keep it clean. Last time was pretty nasty. Almost lost race belt down the dark well of pestilence and malodor. Breaking 3 becomes breaking 2 + 2 = 4. Any longer and they will be bringing me glow sticks. Contemplate sag home. Guts in severe pain. Evaluated chances of finishing equal to Patrick Langer. Spotted a sedentary Patrick Nilsson. Invitation to run declined on account of withdrawal. Disgusted. I pledge to finish. Post after party is where the real suffering begins. This is nothing. Self-talk positivity reverberates with generic American accent. You got this. Sticky hot asphalt, making funny noises on my shoes. I'm sure that's where I piss myself on the way out. Finish line here. Get shooed away quickly before Annie Howe crosses. A single shred of dignity remaining. Could be worse. Last time I finished with my suit. This time I'm finishing as just a metaphorical mahalo.
Josh Amberger, there was a lot of deleted stuff in there because the words can't actually be said and posted, you know what I'm saying? So you can go to his Instagram page. It's got the entire transcript of that. I think the guy I think he's like Jim Morrison of the Doors, reincarnated. Who else is giving a race day report that's like prose, that's gritty, that's just like as honest as he gave?
It's race week for the world champs. Most people are here thinking about triathlon. All I can think about is the snacks. Excuse me? What was that? Where's the best coffee? One of my favorite coffee shops in town, Daylight Mine, give me a cappuccino. And Kona is known for having some of the best coffee in the world. And I will tell you that it absolutely does. part of the run course behind me here. There'll be a lot of people looking at that on race day, but all I'm looking at right now is umekes. Give me some poke. Can I get just one scoop Hawaiian? It's all of it together that makes this meal amazing, right? You got steamed rice, you got furikake on top. It's like dried seaweed, sesame. This one is the one I go with peanut butter mochi. There's a lot of energy in here. Oh, look at that. See that? The peanut butter on the inside. It's very, there's a lot going on in there.
Matt Lietta was part of the Facebook live streaming team on race day. One tip, buddy, do not put one of those in your mouth when you're ready to do a stand-up because, well, I'm running a transversal area. This, the Craig Alexander, I'm gonna bite the friggin' head off this thing. But I gotta salt it first because we're in the tropics and it's hot and I gotta get my electrolytes up so I don't cramp or nothing. Hey, keep it down over there, would you? Damn it. Damn! This is arugula, the arugula. This is a... Oh! No! I'm gonna go win the Ironman. I just ate the Craig Alexander. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't control myself. Yeah, you know what I would do to improve this? I would take a corn tortilla and I would shove it underneath and then I would put all this stuff on top and I would get some really hot salsa with some jalapeno and it would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. And I would call it the Mark Allen. And I would eat it. Those were kind of the fun moments, but seriously, Ironman has its serious side. There's so many great stories that come out of that race, and there have been so many great stories. This year, 2019, was the 30th anniversary of that amazing battle that Dave Scott and I had together. 30-year anniversary. He and I wrote some stories about that, about the whole year leading up to that race. You can see them at 1989thestory.com. 1989thestory.com. This next video, though, is one that Roka did with me, talking about that race and about the Ironman and what the essence of it is. It was actually one of the most well-received videos out there during Ironman week this year, 2019, in Kona at the Ironman World Championship. Check this out. Going into 1989, I had raced the Ironman 6 times. I had 0 wins. I was so disheartened and so disillusioned, and I said, I am never coming back to this race. But I realized there's one reason I need to, and it's to try to have my best race. And that was the mindset that I started on that start line, my 7th Ironman. I knew that I also needed to connect with the Big Island differently because it's a powerful place. It's immense, it's intense. The way that I connected with the island is that I brought some reeds from my home along a running trail where I always felt good, and I left it at a sacred place there on the island in a very small church. Moments later, I was just kind of sitting there meditating a little bit, and it's like the island was talking to me saying, you can have the race you've come here to have, but it's going to take courage. And I knew there was going to be a catch to that courage. The race unfolded kind of like my strategy, which was to stay with Dave Scott. I stayed with him every step of that marathon. He was setting this pace that was otherworldly. We were running under 6-minute pace. And I thought, this is insane. There is no way we can keep this up. And I looked down and there was actually blood blisters that had popped. And so each and every step on the ground was just completely painful. My quads were starting to break down. The pain keeps getting more intense. Finally, it gets to a point where it just becomes noise. It got so difficult to match his pace that my mind went quiet. And in the instant my mind went quiet, the most amazing thing happened. An image came back to me that I'd seen in a magazine a few days before. It was of a 110-year-old Huichol Indian from Mexico, a shaman. He had a look on his face in this magazine of being very peaceful and powerful. And athletically, that is the magic space you're searching for. To feel a certain peace, but at the same time to feel your strength, to feel your inner drive, to feel your commitment, to feel your willingness to give what you have. And I started to regain that sense of power and this strength that I'd never had before. Another step, another step. I realized I can win, but I don't know if I can keep going. I hadn't thought about the word courage, but it immediately came back to me then because I had to make a choice. And something just said, go. It was the two of us doing something together that neither of us could have done on our own. It will be one of the cornerstones of legacy that really defines the sport of triathlon, that defines endurance events, that defines what can be done when heart and soul and commitment and tenacity come together in two athletes at the same time on the same day. Now looking back 30 years, it's like, wow, that was a pretty special thing that happened. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. There's a lot more to come. The fall is coming. So many great things. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope you enjoyed this Shed Talk, shedding some light on some stuff that maybe you wouldn't have seen otherwise, shedding a side of me that you probably have never seen before, and hopefully you'll see a lot more of. So anyway, have a great fall time. Mark Allen Coaching. We're going to be doing some great off-season maintenance content. So keep tuned in. Mark Allen for Shed Talks. Mark Allen for Shed Talks. Thanks for tuning in. Mark Allen for Shed Talks. Thanks for tuning in.